So if you ever felt like your week controls you rather than you controlling the week, you're not alone. And I'm going to tell you that there is a little Sunday planning that you can take and learn how to turn all of this around. And it can ensure that you not only that you meet your goals, but exceed those. So let me go over how that looks like. It's pretty neat, and I hope you're going to find it useful. So tip number one would be to reflect on the past week. You want to take a moment to look at what happened, what went well, and what didn't go so well, and what did you learn from the challenges that you had in the prior week. This reflections is your foundation for planning ahead, and is also aligns with your personal professional growth. Tip number two will be to define your main objective of this week. Probably you have heard about the one thing. What is the one thing I want to ensure it gets done? Also, this is crucial. Define the main objective for your upcoming week and asking yourself that question. Its objective should be significant enough to impact your overall goals that are attached to this, and is also attainable for that week. Everything you plan around this objective is designed to make it a reality. Tip number three will be to prioritize your tasks and look at some of those tasks that you need or want to accomplish, and then prioritize them and use something that you find useful. I do use the Eisenhower metrics, and that's categorizing everything in 4 categories: urgent and important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and also neither urgent, neither important. So your focus should be on the things that are important and that are also driving you closer to that main objective. So if you find that when you prioritize your task, you get something that it's neither urgent nor important, you're not going to do it. You're not going to care about that. If you find that something is quite quickly, it takes 2 minutes or 3, just do that. Also, it's going to be important so you can get rid of those minor things that you have to do that are bugging you in your list. Tip number 4 is to allocate your time wisely, and is looking at your week ahead. Start allocating those time slots that are going to be embedding your prioritized tasks. Remember, this is not about your work. It's time for exercise, for sleep, for your family, and also moments that are going to recharge you. I hope you did that exercise that we talked about in the past. I might do a video about it again in the near future, but you need to know what energizes you and what things that are helping you to recharge, and those that are draining you. So you need to have that list done. One time you need to stay and focus and identify that. And when you have it done, then now you're going to embed those in your schedule. You also need to make time for productive and creativity when you are also working and you feel like you know that your mind works best. So if you're a morning person or an afternoon or late night, organize your schedule that will also work with your own body. Tip number 5 is to prepare for flexibility. Expect some things. Even the best plans can face unexpected challenges, and the exercise of having a plan is actually to create a new one when you need it. It's not to stick with it, because sometimes you cannot stick with it. Some things are unexpected, things are coming along. So when those changes are coming to you, you just want to have a structured plan and built-in flexibility. Allow some open slots in your calendar, or also you could schedule, accommodate any unforeseen task, or to extend the work on a project that may need more time than anticipated on because you're waiting on somebody else, or somebody else just gave something that it's quite late, was not on schedule. So you need to put those things in place. And thinking from the beginning that may happen, you're going to be more, you're going to get those whenever it happens with more grace. and not going to be so upset because it's happening. This balance between structure and flexibility is key to managing this stress. Okay, so also avoiding the burnout. So don't take this light. Focus on it and create this with a mindset that something could happen, and I'm ready for it no matter what. Tip number 6 would be to visualize your week. Look at how this week can actually, or before it's happening, if you can just wrap up your planning session and take a few minutes to visualize your week. Go through each day imagining that you accomplished those tasks, you made them so good, you hit them, your main objectives, and your already mental rehearsal is going to boost the confidence and helps identify potential obstacles in advance. But also, when you go to sleep, you're probably going to start working on some of those things already. Tip number 7 is to commit to your weekly review. And this is finally, you gotta make a commitment to review your week every Sunday. It's important. It's kind of like a loop right now, that this is not just about checking off what you have accomplished, but it's about learning from your experience, how this week went. After I actually thought about it and I incorporated some of the prior learnings into this week, how is that impacting me right now, a week later? So adjust your strategies, become even more effective. Think about the continuous improvement is the goal here, and continuous improvement happens in small increments, which are going to create a huge impact over time. So, hey, I hope you're going to do some of those things. There are 7 tips here. And if you are already dedicating this Sunday, each Sunday, whenever you're going to find the best time, I'm doing later and after night, after afternoon, pretty much. So let's say my timing is around 7 p.m., 8. I know we have a Super Bowl coming, so we're probably going to celebrate or be in a different place with other friends, but still do it earlier. Do it at 4 or 3 or 5 before the Super Bowl starts, right? So if you're going to dedicate this time each Sunday and you plan your week, you're not just going to organize your task, you're setting a stage for personal and professional victory. Because all those things that I told you that can happen, your brain is going to be more prepared. It's going to become more familiar with what's going to happen. And when it happens, it's going to be more ready for it. And you have enough time to stay and think about how can you establish something better to achieve that goal. I hope you're going to find this useful, and if you can think about this week to become not just busy with tasks and lists that you're just randomly taking, but you put a little bit of a meaningful and productive strategy into it. If you found us useful, or if you have any kind of another plan rituals that works wonders, please, I would love to hear about them in the comments below, and let's inspire each other to make this week, every week, the whole 52 weeks that we have in a year, something that we're going to change us. And when we look back, we can see the progress, which is actually going to be a bigger impact, I'm sure. Thank you for watching, and I hope to here's to planning our way and a good week ahead. Take care.